Hey divas, it's Ingrid Anna here, ready to serve you and have some fun. I feel like I'm dressed up like Madonna today. Hey Chris, you gonna come say hi just quickly?
My pajamas.
Yeah, they can't see your pajamas. Come and say hello. Oh yeah, the mic looks a bit phallic with that mic there. You turn it. Oh, that's much better. Thank you. You're so lovely. I've just come back from a 3-day. Put your whole head in. That sounds so rude. Put your whole head in. Who talks like that?
I don't know.
I'm just so naughty.
I'm hoping the microphone is working properly.
Do you want to check? How do we check?
I don't know.
I don't know. We've got it on. I've got it on anyway as a backup. So Chris works with me. Hey, Elena, it's so funny that you're here with us. We never really do many videos together. No. I was just being very rude. You missed our rude joke. Anyway, that might go back and listen to that. Chris works with me at Ingrid Anna, and he's one of our head coaches, tech guru. He helps everybody with their funnels, messaging, positioning, Facebook ads, and all of that jazz. And I will be up soon, and you can go on a cycle. We're trying to get our exercise mojo on fire. So as I said, I've just come back from a 3 or 4 day break, and we're like, oh my God, I need to do that more often. I feel very rejuvenated. You go and look after child.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Hey, Elena, how are you? You know all about the self-care. So I have been upping the ante on that. I'm taking this amazing herb at night called GABA. I'm feeling on fire. Today, I need to go and have an internal ultrasound. I've got a little cyst on my left side, so got some work to do there. But I'm all good. And I pulled a card for today too before I go into the actual content about getting to my first 25K month. I'm way above that. I'm at about between 150 and 200K at this time, which is good. That's not profit, that's just sales. Profit is a whole other ball game. So I've done 3 videos today. I've done one in my Diva Mind. I've worked out, I've trained, I've created a new divine process called the See process. See what you want to see, and all that you seek will come to you. So I just did that in the membership. And I also did the Diva Mind video on sales and selling, and one very big mistake you do not want to make when it comes to sales. So I pulled a card, and she's this beautiful divine goddess, and her name is Inanna, interesting, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. And she says, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept myself for all that I am. Hey, Vanessa. Hi, Anna. I have nothing to hide. And I think that's something that's really helped me in my journey around content, around speaking up on video, reaching my audience. It's helped me with my sales. It's helped me even with my product creation and my content creation, how I teach, how I use my voice, is being really, really transparent and feeling enough in myself that I can expose myself, express myself, and that I'm not going to get it wrong, and that it's enough. I remember sharing before, when I used to do a lot of one-on-one work, you know, I'd channel and do all my mystical woo-woo magic, and I'd be on fire. But when it came to teaching in large groups, being more visible online, launching my first high-end group program, which was called CEO Diva Business School, which was like 4 years ago, I was petrified at the beginning of being seen, of judgment, of maybe not having it all together. Would I be able to string my words together, which is quite hilarious because I seem like I can talk underwater. But you know, at the end of the day, it is practice, and those fears are so natural, and we all fear probably being judged and ridiculed and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I've just learned that if I put service at the heart of everything that I stand for, and I was speaking to my trainer today about this too, like one of the things that helps me so much with money is that I don't just set a money goal, I set a contribution service goal. So the intent is always, so say I want to make my next 25 grand, and that might be say 5 packages of 5K. The intent just isn't the financial income. I always feel into and see the outcome that I predict and command my client to receive. So I'm buoyed up by that vibration. I was talking about this in my $1 Million Diva, my membership program. It's $97. If you want to know more about it, message me. It's $97 a month, no contracts. Anyway, I was doing this beautiful divine see process. But basically it's like seeing the outcome before it's created. So you're seeing it, you're feeling it. If you look at the quantum realm and the science of it all, it's all energy, isn't it? So you have to become the energetic embodiment. And whenever it's about the contribution of someone else, that has always made me come into my courage, which is my heart presence, to serve. And when I see 5 sales, I also see those 5 women, or it might be 10 women, or whatever it is, dependent on the price point that you're selling at. I see the transformation that these women are having, right? I see it. Like when I went to New York and I sold at my VIP, beautiful Money and Soul retreat, I literally visualized those women, meeting them, the beautiful loft space that I was going to have, and the transformation, and them coming to me saying, oh my God, Ingrid, that was one of the most profound experiences of my life. Oh my God, Ingrid, I'm selling so much. Oh my God, Ingrid, my business is going off. Oh my God, Ingrid, people are flowing into me just overnight. Like I'm not even doing anything. Yes. And I'm like, yeah, you are doing something. You've shifted your fucking energy, right? Hey, and you can do that right now. You can do that right in this very moment. You can claim it. One of the beautiful, very simple divine prayers and affirmations that I've used, hey Vanessa, in my journey to really get myself out of feeling broke. If you're always feeling broke and you're always in that feeling of scarcity, like I don't have enough, and I see women's vibration like this, and I've been there myself, and it's so needy. It's literally like they're coming through the fucking camera or Facebook, and it's this desperation. It's this pulling. That's what it is. That's what it is. That is the vibration. How can you receive divine, beautiful compensation and abundance when you're in a state of, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. You will not receive it. Number one, you're already saying you don't have enough. You're not a vibrational match for having plenty. So if you're in that set point right now, take a really deep breath and come into, I have enough. I am full. I am abundant. I am the holy, rich, divine. And in this very moment, I am commanding more clients, ease, joy, sacredness, because we can always have more, because divine compensation and limitless abundance is limitless. You are limitless. So get yourself out of panic, ground your energy, put your feet in the fucking soil, and start chanting. We have mantras. We have divine theta healing mantras in my course. If you're in my course and you're watching this at High End Empire, if you don't know those, I say to my girls, listen to the mantras until they fucking literally flow into your bloodstream and into every cell of your being. If you do not know them off by heart, here's one for you. An alchemy for healing, a mantra for freeing our sacred divine souls. I command now that I am set free from the chains that bound me. I command now that I'm a vibrational match for money. I command now that streams of new clients come into my life. I command now that I own my voice. I command now that I am healed. I command now that I am whole. I command now that I'm fully in my divine, holy presence. I release all the chains and the cords and the threads and the commands and the unconscious sacred bonds, they're not sacred, the bonds that have bound me in suffering now. I release them, I release them, I release them with grace and return to my holy, divine divinity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. You have to remember that you're riches. You're the embodiment of divine riches. The divine gave you talents. The divine gave you gifts. You have to stop discounting them, right? You have to come into the embodied presence of love, of service. You need to honor yourself, and you need to be loyal to yourself. And I think one of my false little eyelashes is like playing up. Before you can really deeply, I think, receive the next level. And it doesn't have to take a long time. You can make that choice in this moment to stop judging yourself, to stop thinking that you're not enough, to stop thinking and thinking that you're broke and you don't have enough. you can command more money, but you want to come into the presence of being full and rich and holy and divine in this very moment, and then you'll be a vibrational match for more. Okay, so I didn't think I was going to go into that today, but I did. So what I want to talk to you about is, what I did to make my first 25K very quickly. And the first thing that I did was, I remember the day, where I was so fucking over myself and I was so overworking really hard, and I felt like I was just beside myself. And I knew that I'd gotten myself into this, and I sat down and I mapped out my first $6,000 offer. Now, it's very difficult to sell a $6,000 offer if you don't fucking have one. You're literally not prepared. You're not prepared for the client that can turn around and say to you, yeah, I'm ready for that. You're vibrationally, you don't even have the offer. It's not there, right? So you need to create that. The offer unto itself is a vibrational set point, right? Where you're basically saying, I'm open for business. This is how I work, and this is how I serve, and this is my new level. I am no longer available for the $100 sessions, the $200 sessions, the $1,000 package. I am now open and ready for fucking business. And now, as I've said before, selling high end is not, get this really deep in your soul, it is not about slapping a high ticket price on a lame ass offer. It's about crafting something that's so juicy that's going to get the client an incredible return, right? Whatever genre you're in, it's going to get them such a profound, beautiful, sacred transformation. And you package that shit up. That's the first thing that you need to do. You need to learn how to do that with style and substance and elegance and real thought and care, right? Care is the new currency, right? Love is a new currency. Love of self as well, because then you price it accordingly to that experience, to that transformation, where the outcome and the transformation is worth far greater than your fucking $6,000 that you're charging, right? Okay, so you craft the offer. Then you need to promote and sell the offer and make sure people know who the fuck you are and what you stand for. So you need to learn how to get your messaging and your wording and your intonation and your visibility on fire. How do you sell when you don't have a list? How do you sell when you don't have a massive group? We teach all of that, by the way, deeply. One of the core things that you do need to do is you need to become visible. So that's what I did. Despite my fear, despite my judgment, I got busy speaking, seeing myself as enough and getting out there and putting service at the front and really look every day. It's like, what do I need to share? What do I need to share? What needs to be said? And Ingrid's shit and stuff or whatever's going on goes to the fucking side, and I show the fuck up to serve, because all my stuff, it's not important. It really isn't. It can be put to the side. And in that moment when I'm showing up, I'm in full presence. Whether it's on a sales call, whether it's on a webinar, whether it's on a live stream, whether I'm teaching, right? So in order for someone to buy from you, you need to have a divine, sacred connection. Without the connection, you will not have a conversion, and you will not have a client, and you will not have cash. So you do need to master this beautiful divine way of creating intimacy. Intimacy, when we break it down, says, into me I see, into me I see. Before we can have intimacy with another human being, it always starts with creating intimacy with ourselves. So begin to really take the time to work out what part of yourself needs to be seen and shown and expressed. What part of yourself do you need to give permission to unleash and to show? For me, it's all my fullness and my wildness and my playfulness and my vulnerability and my truth and my whatever shade of fucking what it is. Hey, Dorika, to show the truth and for it to be enough. To give myself permission to speak up. Another thing that we teach in High-End Empire is how to craft, how to focus, how to map out your videos, how to get a single concrete point. The reason that our students do so well is because we have a very, very well orchestrated process. Right? It's not just, it's very, I've been teaching this for 4 years. It's deeply well thought out. And not only that, we have the ongoing daily support. Okay? So it's the offer and getting it really laser lucid clear, knowing who you're serving and who you're speaking to. The next part of it is visibility and making sure that people know that you fucking exist. Because if they don't know that you exist, they sure as shit are not going to be buying from you. So you need to give yourself permission to stand up and be seen. We have a beautiful woman, Paula, in the Diva Mind, who is really, she was like judging and whatnot. She's doing these videos and she's just so adorable and gorgeous and incredible. And you don't need to be a glam queen. You don't need to be this sort of superstar. You don't need to look like Madonna. I got dressed up. I feel like an 18-year-old today, but I'm just having fun. Making fun of myself, but it's really playful and fun. You don't need to be that. You just need to be yourself, but you do need to have a message. So you need to get your message on fire. It needs to be laser lucid clear. It needs to resonate with your dream client so she gets it or he gets it, or if it's a mother buying for a child or whatnot, they get it deep, right? And then you've got to make sure, another very important thing is to master the process of sacred, divine, 7-figure diva selling. So many women don't ask for the sale. It's one of the biggest mistakes. They don't ask for the sale, they wobble, they want to puke, they feel uncomfortable talking about money. So the level of money IQ needs to go up. It's something that we've been taught that we don't talk about. We don't share, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about money, and then you've got to feel like a greedy, money-hungry cow if you talk about it, or they might judge you or whatever. It's a fucking, whilst you're there to serve, it's also a business transaction, and you deserve the money, and it should be all laid on the line incredibly clearly, right? If you want to work with me at this level, this is the price point, and invite them in. And you need to learn how to handle a call that is highly respectful, that is very like a juicy, divine, incredible, heart-to-heart, loving conversation. One of the things that's really helped me with sales is, and I don't do a lot of sales anymore. I'm always kind of selling, I suppose, because I'm always promoting my product, which I do because I'm so passionate about transforming women's lives. I'm not embarrassed. I just sold to someone who works for me as a community manager, and I was saying to my divas, why would I be embarrassed to sell to her over coffee when I know it can help her life tremendously? You should be doing the same thing. If you have to come into really owning the power of your work and inviting people in. And if someone says no, and this is the other secret, if they say no, I don't take it personally. I'm not offended. I don't feel rejected. The rest is none of my business, right? Vanessa says, you changed my life in the direction of my service and got my shit together in your program. You're amazing, Vanessa. You're doing so well. Best investment I've ever made. Thank you for the magic you are. And thank you for yours. And thank you for sharing that. You're amazing. So, you need to learn how to hold presence. You need to learn to hold presence for yourself. You need to learn to really articulate what it is that you're going to sell. So that when people get to the price, it's not this huge shock and objection. Like, it's just like, oh, yeah, okay, that's the price, And we can bring so much of our distorted money stuff into a conversation, which basically distorts the conversation. So this has been a journey. This sort of just didn't happen for me overnight, where I became incredibly sort of like at one with sales, and because I know that I need to sell in order to take someone on that transformation. It's vital. And if I get in my way and bring all this weird energy to it, I'm literally kind of poisoning that woman's choice. Like, she has to make a choice. So I have to stand as a clear channel. I always see that person in their highest. You've got to be incredibly sensitive. Everyone's personality and way and what's happening for them in their lives is different, and you've got to learn how to hold that sacred and be very intuitive with the way that you express. So for me, I'm many shades of Ingrid. My tone, my direction, the way I speak to my students, my clients, dependent on what the situation is and what the vibration is of that person and what they need. Like today, I have another new client who came in and she was sharing a video of her journey, and immediately I saw this sort of stuff in her eyes. And anyway, I said to her, you know, there's something happened recently, like a trauma. And like, obviously, so we were chatting about it, and obviously that person needs a lot of like love and presence and to be held. And she doesn't need to be told to just go right now and move. So it's the same when it comes to selling. You need to change your tone and the words that you use in relationship to obviously the person, which I might be telling you how to suck eggs. But yeah, it's just a beautiful process when you learn how to do it. We have a process called the 7-figure soulful sales process, and it's these 5 beautiful, sacred, flowing, organic phases. One of the things that's helped me the most is, not having an attachment to someone's outcome, because if I'm attached to their choice, it's usually one of force or scarcity, where I'm trying to force them. Of course, I want to inspire. Of course, I want to speak to objections. Of course, I want to help someone make the right choice for themselves. But it's very different to come with that energy of force or come with an energy of scarcity, because then my shit will be getting involved in that energy field. So you've got to learn how to really disassociate with any kind of other crap that might be going on or any lower frequencies, and really come into a love presence. Hey Anne, how you going? So we have so many divine women doing their 20K months really quickly. We have women selling their first 3K packages, like Cecilia did a couple this week. You know, it's some people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars in a matter of months, or 2 months. Some people 5 months. Some people take longer. It just depends on where you're at vibrationally, but the process really works. It's juicy, it's sacred. It's one of the best things I think you can do for yourself, is to really learn and master online, not only online messaging and marketing and sales, but it's deeper than that. It's really about coming into your own sacred presence. Really, it's a deep sense of remembrance, a reclamation, of holding yourself sacred, birthing your deepest work. A lot of people come to us that don't even know what they're going to be selling, or they're selling one thing and working in one genre or realm, and they really deepen it and transform it into something even more juicy. So as example, Cecilia, who works with me, was doing all body image, body love stuff, and now she's really developed that into sort of body, self-love, and also money and prosperity. How when we reject self, and body and the shame, and really at the end of the day, body is just really a soul emotional disorder and trauma that we put into the body, and then it relates to finances as well. And so she's sort of deepened that and coming into a lot more power. So a lot of the women who work with us end up working a lot more on a deeper level of power. And they've probably kind of in some ways always been doing it, but not clearly sort of taking ownership of it. So we go deeply into that, deeply integrating intellectual property, growing big high-end group programs so that you can then scale. So beauties, I'm sending you so much love today. I hope I've been of service. I'm going to go and take care of my little one. I'm looking at the clock up on the wall. School, food, all that stuff. Sending you so much presence and love and yumminess and juiciness and expansion. If you want to get on a call and you've been hesitating, like this divine woman who just joined, watching me for 8 or 9 months, and finally, getting on a call and investing, do it. You don't have to buy from us. Have a call, see if it's a fit. I've got another webinar coming up next week, Rich Diva Masterclass Live. So you can come and join me there. I'll be doing more videos here now that I feel fully restored. I'm going to be interviewing Nikki Syme, who came to work with me, made 24K in her first month, got 2 little kids, working part-time. We'll be doing an interview and lots more to come. Okay, so a million blessings. Go to ceodivachat.com, have a chat, make a choice. Remember, at the end of the day, whenever you are trying to decide who to work with, ask whatever question you need to ask. Do not feel uncomfortable about that. Just go deep into it. We personally have nothing to hide. We have case studies and testimonials that are literally ridiculous. Like, in terms of, it would be pages and pages. We can show you all of that. You can ask any question that you want. So feel free, and never feel pressured. Women have often been pressured. Don't feel pressured. We would like you to work with us, of course, because we really believe that we can help you. But at the end of the day, you have to make your own choice. And I really will just wrap it up by saying you can change your entire financial destiny pretty quickly when you choose to, really. It's just like when I had my back up against the wall and I was so broken over it, it was just like, I've come up with this saying, as I do, when you've got your back up against the wall, you're right to rise. It's interesting with human nature, where we're just so fucking over ourselves. We're like, oh my God, this isn't working. I'm talented as fuck and I'm still not getting paid what I want. You need to learn the process, and you on some level have been doing it to yourself, because I sure shit was doing it to myself. We need to take personal responsibility. A lot of it is wounding. A lot of it is just thinking that that's how we serve, and kind of just going along with it and repeating it and expecting that we're going to have some massive breakthrough, but actually not changing what we're doing. You have to change the vibration. You need to change the way you run your business to change your income, right? You have to. It's the only way. And it doesn't have to be some arduous, heavy process. Isn't that good to know? Okay, divas, mwah, million blessings. Have a great day.